joined by Dr. Sue Onslow, who's the director of the Institute of Commonwealth Studies at the School of Advanced Study of the University of London. And she joins us now to share more. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the programme. A very sad day in the United Kingdom, but also in the Commonwealth.
It's an immensely sad day across the Commonwealth. The Queen was the tireless champion of the Commonwealth from the time that she gave that momentous speech on her 21st birthday in South Africa in 1947, in which she dedicated her life to the service of the people of the Commonwealth, and from when she became its symbolic head in 1952. So an extraordinary life, and the Commonwealth was her favourite international organisation, and it benefited enormously, both its leaders, its associations and its peoples, from her interest, her energy and her lifelong devotion.
What do you think she brought to the Commonwealth, being this figurehead, I guess, as a word I could use for that?
I think the Queen brought an enormous personal wealth of experience, but also commitment to the Commonwealth. She appreciated the importance of people-to-people diplomacy. She was the supreme royal diplomat in the service of the Commonwealth. She was a person who enjoyed people. The Commonwealth enabled her to be herself to an extraordinary degree, away from the confines of protocol, of being a head of state. And she enjoyed the Commonwealth, and Commonwealth peoples, Commonwealth leaders enjoyed her. So, as I said, she gave it her lifelong devotion. She was a very astute diplomat. She lent her wisdom, and she also lent her access, having quiet words at Commonwealth summits to help smooth things, giving receptions. Diplomacy requires hospitality, and she was a very, very good hostess. But also, as I say, a devoted leader, a truly world leader, who used her soft power to extraordinarily good effect for the Commonwealth.
And the Commonwealth grew in size from the time her father was alive to when she took over as Queen and monarch. It grew significantly in size.
It did indeed. When she became symbolic head of the Commonwealth in 1952, it was only an association of 8 members. It's now an international voluntary association of 56. So the Commonwealth evolved out of the British Empire into a very, very different modern association, and the Queen evolved, if you like, helped it change too. She helped to create the role of the ceremonial head of the Commonwealth and lent it her energy and her authority. So there's a symbiotic relationship between the Queen and the modern Commonwealth, and the mainstream media so often only woke up to the fact of the Commonwealth when there was a royal story or when there was a crisis. And the Queen lent, as I say, her efforts and her energy to it. She also would craft Commonwealth Day messages. There was the Christmas message to the Commonwealth, when she would deliberately focus upon issues that were of enormous contemporary importance, issues of human rights, talking about climate change, talking about issues connected to young people. She also led a multi-faith service at Westminster Abbey from 1966 to encourage the people of different faiths across the Commonwealth to offer prayers together to emphasize the values and belief systems that united so many people across this extraordinarily diverse association. This really is the end of an era. The Commonwealth will survive. Prince Charles will be the next ceremonial head. The Commonwealth, of course, has a political head in its Secretary General, but this truly is the passing of an extraordinary era.
Talking about her influence and her role and being this figurehead, she had this stature, as you've described. I wonder what now for the Commonwealth, because it is an end of an era in many respects. Charles has taken over quite a while ago, this figurehead role, hasn't he? But A lot of people
Well, he formally takes over the role now, but
Yeah.
you're absolutely right that he has represented his mother at a number of Commonwealth heads of government meeting and at various Commonwealth receptions. So he now formally moves into a role that he has been fulfilling, has been acting in for some considerable time.
Do you think there's a lot of grief being felt across the Commonwealth as well? We know in the UK, yes, the anthem and all of that, but across the Commonwealth, over the years it's evolved and changed, but there's always been an attachment of sort.
I think so, but I also think that there will be different generations will have connected to the Queen as a persona, as an idea, as a very familiar figurehead and pillar of stability. So to older generations, they will have a particular resonance. But for younger members of the Commonwealth and the Commonwealth is an extraordinarily young association of peoples of over 2.3 billion. There may be a slightly lesser strong connection.
All right. Dr. Onslow, it looks like we've lost the signal there, which is quite sad because Dr. Onslow has a wealth of knowledge about the role that the Queen has played in the Commonwealth. Many countries, more than 50 now. When she took over as Queen, there was only a grouping of 8 that were part of this grouping known as the Commonwealth, and that grew, as we were just hearing, to over 50 countries, and creating a family of nations where she was the figurehead.